thank you very much for this topic. This has been really fascinating. I wanted to talk about what Dr. Kaykobad from Bangladesh had been discussing with the Math Olympiad. I think it's wonderful that you've been able to increase enthusiasm for mathematics with these kinds of events, but it's worrying to me that this is only available really to students who already have access to education. That competing in these kinds of things is really, you have to already have some sort of, you have to be able to read, for example, things like that. So how do we take the enthusiasm that you've been able to build and use that to help increase access to education for perhaps the other half of the country, or to sort of spread that to those who maybe don't have access to those same resources?
First of all, we organize Math Olympiad in 4 groups: primary group, junior group, 6 to 8, secondary group, grades 9 and 10, and higher secondary group. Usually students of higher secondary group participate in IMO, but we are preparing them from younger age. Okay? There are problems. In Math Olympiad, the problems are so difficult that our teachers cannot answer them, you know. They cannot solve them. So there will be a big problem very soon, because these young kids will tell teachers, okay, you do not know. That will be a very big problem, okay? And we are trying to address that by training teachers as well. At least 1 or 2 teachers come to Math Olympiad. On that day, we sit with them. These are the problems, okay? So you should also be in the know of it. At least somehow you can sort of do it, okay? So we are preparing them from younger age. But there are problems, because when you organize, there are 2,000 people, you know, and you know there are always law and order situation. So far it has not happened. But if it happens, then we cannot continue with it. Guardians will tell us, why do you do this? Okay, so there will be a problem.
Hi, my question is also related to the Olympiads. So I'm from South Africa, and it's actually because of my participation in Olympiads that I'm actually, studying maths. And I actually like maths because I discovered it when I was in high school. So I was thinking about, in my experience, Olympiads actually help to garner interest in maths and computer science and those sorts of things. And I think the ACM has done a wonderful job in this with like the ICPC, keeping people interested in programming at like a college level. Mm-hmm. So I was wondering about maths competitions at college level, because I know they are in the US and in some European countries, but I'm not sure what the situation is in like Cambodia or Niger or Ecuador or India or Bangladesh. And do you think that would help to keep people interested in maths?
Okay, so well, I think that definitely will help. But I think that if you really manage to invest in infrastructure and you are able to hire good teachers, you can complement it looking for some good students with this idea of what they are doing in Bangladesh. I have seen that in Peru they are doing the same. So they motivate the kids to take part in this Olympia maths. And then the winners on the local tournaments, they're getting a scholarship to go to this INCA school. And they are doing also in Brazil. And I think even the last medal fields winner, Arthur Avila, was one of them. So the winners are getting a scholarship and go to study in this top institution. And then you are building it. So it has worked already in Brazil very well. It is working in Peru, and we are trying to set up also in Ecuador. But I think that this model of the Olympia Math really helps you to catch the big talent. But that has to be combined with good infrastructure and a place where to study that has to be local. Mm-hmm. So if you had the money, if you had the money and you could invest it in a really good place, that could be a really good start. That's my opinion.
So invest in a good place, give it infrastructure, but probably also insist that they have a plan in spreading, I mean, having an influence wider than just in their...
For instance, in Peru, what I have seen is they set up this Center of Mathematics, and all of them have a PhD, and they are studying basic mathematics, algebra, topology, and also computer science. So then they pick the kids from the Math Olympia, and they're giving a scholarship to study there, and that's really a start.
Thank you, and I cannot help but want to include China in the discussion, which I think it totally deserves with the biggest population in the whole world. And on a more related note, actually, when I think of like especially math and computer science development in China, we think of the Olympia competitions. And actually in China, this has become so popular and a matured system that I think every student would go to those training schools like every weekend. But then the problem comes that it is also like, because it's so matured a system that not only the senior competitors can have scholarships to go to college, but also we will pick students according to this to go to like junior school or high school. So I feel that like according to my experience, it was very stressful because like not only I want to compete for a medal, but it's also closely related, linked to my general academic success. So I feel that I feel less fun and appreciation of the beauty of math than to be ambitious and compete for a goal. So I don't know if that is going to happen sooner or later, like this confliction of seeing math in a more utilitarian point of view, or like just enjoy math. Thank you. Yeah.
I fully agree with this, that competition could be really stressed, but I also think that it depends on the reality of the particular case of each country. So for instance, in Ecuador, the Math Olympiads are not really well spread. So when I was young, I was trying to take part, but it was just not possible. So, and nowadays it's just starting. So I guess from the people that get interested, they really can see the beauty, they cannot really see the stress yet. But that's just the particular reality.
I mean, you stress very much that in Bangladesh you made it a celebration also.
Oh, yes,
that you want to not stress too much the competition.
Yes, no, we are doing it in 4 groups. It is not only Math Olympiad. There are other events there. Okay, we are bringing good singers, actors, big people, and there are other events to inspire patriotism in young kids, so that they speak the truth and other things. Okay, you know. So this is a whole day event. Only a part is Math Olympiad. Okay. Although that is very important for us, but we do not let kids know that that is the important thing. Okay.